trainer, advisor, entrepreneur in residence, and executive director for numerous businesses and economic development collaborations around the world. He's the first mentor in residence for the University of Arkansas Office of Entrepreneurship and Innovation, and he is an angel investor, having invested in over 30 startups in 4 countries. Let's welcome him.
Thank you very much. I noticed some of you were at the training yesterday. How many were you at the training yesterday? Just the one. So it's totally up to you, because I value your time. It's exactly the same as yesterday. So I don't know if it's a good use of your time to be here. If you want to stay, that's cool. But it's the same as yesterday. So that's your decision. So would you like to take some chairs, come up front, so just I don't have to shout that much? Could you I'm sorry that came across as a question. Could you please move to the front? How you doing? Good, how are you? Dick Cannon Smith. Adrian. How you doing? Okay, that's better. I don't have to shout now. It's good. So we've all had a long day. No? Students? All students? Normally I like to do something which I was taught by the Director of Social... What is your title actually? Director of Social Innovation?
Yeah.
Director of Social Innovation, you all know. Rahidya. You must all know Rahidya. So Rahidya, he taught me this thing that we did once. We did a session here. And he just asked everybody, just take 10 seconds. Just do some breathing. And just... It's the first time I've ever done it. And I always thought it's a bit, out there. But it's actually really, really good. It was really, really effective. And you see the difference it makes. So can you just take 30 seconds to just focus on your breathing. Just breathe in. Great. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good. So that's just got rid of the stress of the day. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about pitching. So is there anybody here who has to make a pitch? Anybody other than you? Well, yeah. So you have to pitch?
I own my own business.
Oh, great.
And when I talk to clients, that is a pitch.
It is, absolutely. So would you like to take a seat up here, please?
Not really.
That's great. That's great. So who else? Who else has to pitch? Who else has to pitch? So great. Please take a seat. So I got an email yesterday from a student that I made sit in the front. And I'm actually going to betray... It's not betray... I won't tell you the name of the student. But... I actually forced her to come to the front. Because she didn't want to. Haley, you remember? I just made her do it. And this was the email she sent me. She said, "Thank you so much for your help today. I went to the lecture with few expectations and was pleasantly surprised by the outcome. I am not typically one to volunteer myself for things, but I found your help extremely rewarding and plan to willingly volunteer in the future." So, I mean, it's not the best kind of... you hope for strong endorsements, and I was pleasantly surprised. Pleasantly surprised by the outcome. That's good.
I would like to pitch too.
Come. Who else? Great. Any women? Any female entrepreneurs? Yeah, please, would you like to take a seat? There we go. Perfect. Great. So what we do is, pitching to me is like driving. You can talk about it, or you can just do it. Yeah? It's because we can all read books, but you don't say I've read all the books and I'm an excellent driver because I've passed my test. So what I'm actually going to do is we're going to do this real time. This session's only going to last about 45 minutes to an hour. So I know you've all said an hour and a half, but we'll be done about 45 minutes. So what I want to ask everybody to do is just stand up and pitch one by one. And then the first pitch we'll just let them speak. And then the second, third, fourth, fifth, we will stop them, think about the techniques they're using, and change the pitch in real time. So you're actually learning. So all of you will leave today with a hopefully much, much better pitch than the one you have at the moment. So I'm going to start with you.
Well,
Go for it.
Okay.
No, go for it.
Okay. I am looking to create some culinary creations. I'm going to start all over.
Go for it.
I'm looking to do some creative fermentation. The fermentation is great for our guts, and it leads to a lot of health benefits. I am creating different kinds of ferments, minus the regular sauerkrauts, but more innovative ferments that are a delight to the senses, and they're good for your body. And that's it for now.
Great. Okay. What does everybody think about the pitch? What does everybody think? Be honest. Good feedback. I'd rather you gave. I'll ask you Douglas in a second. I'd rather you gave feedback now in a safe environment, and we were brutally honest now, than the time you find out it was a bad presentation is when it really matters in front of your client, in front of somebody that you're pitching for an investor. So, Douglas.
Just curious who she is and how she wants to do this.
Brilliant, brilliant. But she generates enough interest for you to be interested in it, so that's good. Any other comments? Feedback?
How would this help people? Like you said, it's helpful, like it's for the gut and everything. How does it?
So that's good. We won't answer it now, but that's really good. So you need to do the who are you? How is it helpful?
I was curious if it was a food or maybe like a medicine or.
Any other questions?
How can I get some and try it?
Brilliant. Brilliant. So that's not about. You can almost judge how good a pitch is by the questions being asked. The worst questions we ask after a pitch is, sorry, what is it you do? That's the worst question. And you won't ask that, which is good. Okay? So there is a structure to pitches, but the thing I thought, the reason why it wasn't a pitch, it was a good explanation. It wasn't a pitch because there was no ask. What was the ask? What did you want from the group?
Buy my stuff.
But there was no opportunity. You didn't say, and this is what I'd like you to do. I want you to volunteer to do this, or my stuff is available on this website. There was none of that. So there is a structure to pitching, and it's a structure that some of you who do marketing or communications will hopefully be familiar with. How many of you are marketing or communication students? Great. So is it an acronym or a mnemonic?
It's a little hard to see.
Yeah, we can't.
So there should be a graph on that. Thank you very much. What is this? Is this Bill? You know, is this a mnemonic or a acronym?
I don't know what it is.
No, letters. Letters that start acronym.
Oh, sorry.
What's a mnemonic?
Memory device.
So this is the thing I use to remember. Clearly it doesn't work. This helps me with the structure of any pitch, any cold call email, when I'm making a cold call, when I'm writing a letter as a proposal. And that is, first statement, grab their attention. Generate interest. What that means is make sure it's relevant to the audience you're speaking to. Make sure there's a degree of relevancy in the audience. Okay? Then make sure there's desire. Make them want it. So you've grabbed their attention, you've made it relevant to them, then create desire. Then demonstrate credibility, because they really want it now, but do they trust it? So demonstrate credibility. Who are you? What credentials do you have? What experience do you have? And then finally, what is the ask? What is the action? Ask. So marketing students will be familiar with this, because this is whenever we buy something, we actually go through, this is the buying process. We go through, something grabs our attention, we see it in shops, or we see an advert, it's somehow relevant to us, we end up really wanting it, we trust it, we buy it. Okay? So, Smith, do you want to do your pitch?
Yes, sir. Everyone in here is wanting to eat healthy, or even if they haven't, they should. Now, the problem is it's not a time or convenience issue. It's more of a psychological issue, because more than most of the times the resources are all there. So I'm trying to create something that will nudge you to eat healthy and live a healthier life.
Okay, that's just an explanation, it's not a pitch. So you grab our attention by saying is it relevant to us? You try to make it relevant by saying everybody here wants to eat healthy. You have made me want. What is it you want from the group?
I want people to adopt a healthier lifestyle.
Okay. Who here does not think they need to adopt a healthy lifestyle? Okay, so they're already there. So what more? Because we already know. Yes, so if somebody says to you, hey, eat less fries, do more exercise. Yeah. Okay, thanks for that, Dr. Genius. What more? What are you going to tell them to do? What is it you want?
I want them to use their time better to change like the unhealthy habits that they are having.
Is that really what you want? What do you specifically want to be successful in what you are doing right now with this project?
Increase access to healthier foods in people's lives.
How are you going to do that? What do you need to know from the group here to be able to do that?
One, first of all, do they have that access or not? And two, if not, how can I help you?
Great, we're getting somewhere. So do you need information from them?
Yes, sir.
Oh, right, okay. What information do you need?
Your eating habits.
Okay. So you're asked, so start with the end in mind. What you want to do is you want to motivate the group to give you information. Why? Let's work backwards. Why should they give you information?
So I can help them be healthy.
Okay.
Even more healthier than they are already.
Beautiful. That's a better way of saying it. Because don't assume people aren't healthy.
Yes.
People react very negatively to somebody saying, you need to be healthier. I mean, you don't feel great about that, do you? So it's not. So you've got to be very careful. It's not a good message. So many people want to live healthier, and so many of you, I can look around the room and see that most of you are living very healthy lives. What I'd be really interested in is getting data from you in how you lead those healthy lives and how you might be healthier. And with that as a questionnaire, we could share those insights and that information with people who want to be healthier. My name is, and I'm with the Macmillan Innovation Studios. We are funded by organisations which are committed to making sure there is healthy access to food. So please, before you leave today, pick up one of my questionnaires or whatever it is, or please give me your email address so I can ask you, so I can send you the information. Thank you very much. You see, now we've got a pitch. And I'm not telling them you need to eat healthy. I'm not telling people what to do. People react badly to being told what to do. Right. So you got that? Yes, sir. Good. So let's go with it. Any questions? So I want this to be interactive. So any questions, any comments, please do give me your comments as we go along.
My name's Parker. I just moved here a few months ago, and I love it so far. I work for a cool startup in the area called SupplyPipe, and we do supply chain software. It's a cool fact. We've grown from 5 people to nearly 100 in the last 2 years, and we've been growing really rapidly. We're a team of retail experts who work with consumer packaged goods companies, and what we're looking for is talented people who work hard and want to work in a very fast-paced environment, and who either have engineering skills or sales skills. And we're also looking for connections to consumer good companies who sell to retailers like Walmart or Target or Whole Foods.
Okay, great. I see. So I'm gonna say a word, and when I say that word, I want you to write down the first 5 words that come to mind. Great, so if you've got a piece of paper or something, write down the first 5 words that come to mind. I'm going to say the word, the first 5 words that come to mind. You don't have to do this. You don't have to. You don't have to do this. The word is family. Family. First 5 words that come to mind when I say family. Sarah, can you give me your first word?
Tom.
Time.
Tom.
Tom.
That's my husband.
Okay. Who else has written the name Tom down? Has anyone else written the name Tom? Give me one of your words.
Trust.
Trust. Who else has written the word trust? Wow, a few people. Interesting. What was one of your words?
Friends.
Friends. Who's written friends? Interesting. One of your words?
Love.
Love. Who's written love? It's always disappointing when nobody. Did you not put love? Oh, well, actually, majority of people didn't put love, so you're not on your own. Give me one of your words.
Dog.
Dog. So who's putting dog? So you put dog, but not love. Wow. What are your words, please?
Close knit.
Close knit. Who's written close knit? No one's written close knit. Okay. One of your words, please.
Forever.
Forever. Who's written forever? Okay, that's interesting. The point is, even a word like family, and we all know what the word family means. I don't have to explain to anybody what family means. But when we use the word like family, it conjures up so many different meanings to all of us. and very few words overlapped. All of us would have at least 3 words on our list of 5 that no one else shared. And that is a word like family. When you use a word like cool, people react wildly differently. Who here finds the word cool appealing? Who? Cool. Who doesn't find the word appealing? Be honest. If you know, it's one or the other. For whom here it means nothing. It's a word. So when you say cool, you're not hitting. You're allowing the word, because the word cool means you have to use words in a pitch that people have an affinity with, a clear understanding of. The word cool is, I work for a cool startup. I don't actually genuinely know what that means. Does it mean that you don't put the heating on? Does it mean that... No, what does it mean? What does being cool? What does a cool startup mean?
So innovative. We're also our culture. The team structure is very different. How we we have different work environment.
Right.
You know, we don't track hours. It's all based on results
Right.
as opposed to time.
Right.
Things like that.
That to me isn't cool. That's interesting. And I think you're losing the impact by saying cool. But if you said, I work in an organisation which is results driven, not hours driven. What we're looking to is recruit talented engineers and talented salespeople who would like to work in a fast-moving, autonomous organisation that's probably different to any organisation you've worked for before. I moved here a couple of months ago, and so far I love it, and one of the reasons I love it is the organisation I've joined. So the name of the company is da-da-da-da, we'd love to hear from you. I didn't use the word cool, because I used what makes you cool. Does that make sense? We've got to be very careful about using words that we think are. And also, I'm kind of just jaded by the word cool and sexy. You know, I work for this really sexy startup. And I always wonder, and it conjures up images. I don't want you to say, oh, I'm not going to say the word sexy and ask you the 5 words there. But again, people would use the word sexy, won't they? So I work for this really sexy startup. What is a sexy startup? So, do you want to go?
Imagine being placed in a foreign country where you don't speak the language and then having to go through the proper routes to access.
Stop there. What happens when you say the word imagine? I want you to imagine. What are you thinking of?
You're thinking about it instead of listening to them.
What are you doing when I say imagine?
Imagining it.
What are you imagining? Are you imagining what he told me to?
No, I'm remembering something that happened to me.
Okay. What are you doing when he says imagine? What was your reaction when he just said imagine? No, that's cool. That's cool. A lot of people just go blank. A lot of people just imagine. John Lennon. He did a lot of imagining. Yeah? When you say imagine, or worse still, let me ask you all a question. How many of you hate it when you go to a country and you can't speak the language? Straight away, I've lost control. When you're speaking on the stage, or when you're having a conversation, you've lost the audience by asking them a question. Do not ask a question, don't ask them to imagine. Just tell them what you want to tell them. Just tell them. Because you've got the stage, you own the audience, and when you say imagine, people will do exactly what you tell them to. As if I said to you, I want you to think about anything other than a polar bear. Everyone's thinking about polar bear. It's just the way we work. Right, so start again.
Over 100 refugees have currently been placed in Northwest Arkansas through the oversight of Northwest Arkansas, or Canopy Northwest Arkansas. And I am leading a group of individuals under the Social Innovation Challenge to try to address some of the translation needs of these individuals as they navigate the legal and medical framework of our society. As Canopy is working to provide a welcoming community and home to these newly placed individuals, they have a lot of problems when they're navigating after the 90-day period that Canopy helps them. They have to navigate everything on their own. So we're looking to access a market of translators who are bilingual, especially in Russian and Burmese, which is very hard to find. So at this point in our startup, we're looking to the community for help in finding these individuals, people who would either be willing to volunteer their time or be paid for their translation services.
Much better. Much better. And it was a good pitch. You got their attention straight away. How could you, though, make that a bit more emotional? Because it sounded a bit too factual. Fact, Whereas acting is very emotional, and I think a lot of us like that. We would love to help. How can you get even more people to help? Straight away you could say, to get the best out of people who've just arrived to Northwest Arkansas, it's really important we integrate them into the community as soon as we can. Because every day that goes by without them being integrated is a day we are wasting. All that talent being wasted. I work with an organisation called Canopy. And what we do is we help newly arrived refugees into Northwest Arkansas make sure that this becomes their permanent home. What we're looking for is people who can speak Russian and Burmese, very hard ask, I know, who can help them settle and make the most, and make sure that we get the most out of the contributions all of them have to make. So, if you know anybody who can speak Russian or Burmese, could you please find it? It was shorter, but it was bang, 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 bang. And we all get there's something in it for me. People are different. Everyone's different. I think charities and social enterprises are fantastic. Of course I do, but I like to know what's in it for me, which might sound selfish, but I want to understand that if I do this, if I help you, I'm actually making a big difference to my own community. So it's not that I'm doing something for charity, I'm doing something for my community. So show me how me getting involved is a benefit to this community. It's a benefit to me. Any comments? Anybody want to disagree? Challenge? Everybody liking what they're hearing so far?
Every organization leaves money on the table every day. How? Their systems and processes are ineffective and even work against them. I am Dr. Charlie Barton, President of Barton Consulting. Call me. I can help you find those gaps, the rework that you're doing, and put more money in your pocket every day.
That sounds like an advert. Right? And that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. But when you talk to somebody, like now, when you meet somebody, if you sound like that, yeah. So what is it you do? What is it you do? You help companies find money.
I help companies find money by making sure that their systems and processes are effective, not just efficient.
So if you look at the customers you have, what is the number one reason they choose you? If I ask your customers, if I ask your 10 favourite customers, why do you love working with them? What would they say?
They would say that I'm actually able to translate obscure engineering concepts into day-to-day business things that my customers understand. Instead of saying you need to do 5S, I explain to them we need to look at your workspace and make sure that you're not walking across and it's not messy.
Okay, so you understand their business and you understand engineering. But what do they enjoy about working with you? What would they say, I really like working with them because?
It's about the stories.
The stories.
Stories that we tell foreshadow whether or not we're actually going to make a change. My favorite ask is, oh, we did it before, we're not going to do it again. And it's like, that is a perfect ask for me because I get to say, tell me about the time you tried it. And I find out that Joe, who rode in on a donkey in 1892, tried to do this. And by using Socratic questioning, we move them toward a more open frame of mind.
Okay, see, what's interesting, I don't know if everybody else feels the same way. I found you really engaging the last 2 or 3 minutes, like really engaging. But when you were doing your pitch, I just didn't find you engaging because it was like an advert. And I didn't know, okay, great, I know what you do.
Right.
Brilliant, okay, great, next advert, Whereas when you talked just now, oh wow, I can sell you. I want to be needed myself, but I would be happy to sell you to someone. Because now I know how to do it. Because I can say, oh, if you've tried something and it didn't work, you should talk to her. Because she's really good at understanding how to find efficiencies.
Thank you.
Yeah? So think about your pitch again. So grab their attention by saying, all too often businesses give up on finding efficiencies because they think they've tried something and it hasn't worked. So that's grabbing their attention. Often they just give up without understanding why it didn't necessarily work. What I love doing, and I've successfully been doing for over 20 years, or 10 years, or 5 years, what I love doing 30 years. What I love doing I've been doing over 30 years, so it's desire and credibility together, is working with businesses and finding ways to really find a lot of spare cash within the business through efficiencies. I'd love to come and have a look at your business. I just love hearing about businesses, and I would love to have a meeting with you to just learn more about what you're doing and what you've tried in the past, something like that.
Thank you.
It's much more engaging. The advert has its place, but nobody wants to talk to an advert. Am I right or am I wrong? Because there's a cultural thing as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I hope that was useful. Because there is a difference between pitching. Because the most important thing about pitch is actually to be likable. And that's why words like cool are very important. Because some people might like the word cool, but I'm picking on you, and I apologise. But when you use words, you're unnecessarily alienating certain people. And why do it? Why alienate people when you can just use other words? Like, we work in an organisation which is autonomous, where it's driven by results rather than the hours worked. I've been here a couple of months, love it, partially because of the work culture. Looking for other people to join this great organisation, especially in the field of sales and engineering. Questions, comments? So, question for you.
How do you learn your organization in a way that you can leverage it not only for yourself, what you're trying to get out of it, but other people?
What do you mean? Give me that.
So one thing I found challenging yesterday when you were asking me questions up front is like, I don't think I know the problem as much as I think I do. And you like have a crisis moment, like in that, like I don't think I know this as much as I think. So how do you become competent to be able to kind of steer those rough waters?
You don't. So what you do is, which is probably not the answer you're expecting, but you don't pitch. Don't pitch unless you have this clearly articulated. I have seen so many people waste a great opportunity. You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. You just don't. So if you're not ready to pitch, don't pitch. Because nothing's worse than, and a lot of startups feel under pressure to keep pitching. Pitch, go pitch, go pitch, go pitch. And what happens is, I meet somebody, and they pitch to me, and they're very, very early on. And the pitch isn't bad or whatever, but it's so early. Then I see them 2 years later or a year later, and they pitch to me. And it's wow, it's really good. But I still remember, oh, this is the progress you've made in a year's time. I met you a year ago. No, I'm not investing in you because you take way too long to do it. They've wasted, and that's very unfair, but they've wasted their first impression. Whereas had they just waited until they were ready to pitch to me, I'd be like, wow. So don't pitch unless you feel I've got everything I need to pitch. Please.
So I know you said not to ask any questions or anything like that, but when you're in a one-on-one pitch and you're trying to show genuine interest in what they want, what they need, is it important? Is it good to ask questions there and try to figure out what they want?
Very, very good question. Your name is?
Brandon.
Brandon, great question. There's a difference between pitching and meeting somebody one-on-one. When you're one-on-one, you hold a conversation. So a lot of you will be looking for jobs when you leave university, and you'll be going to career fairs, and you'll be looking to network. It's very important that you network effectively. And one of the ways to network effectively is to show interest and to be engaging. And when you're doing that, it's very important that you ask questions. So you're looking to recruit people.
But software engineers.
Software engineers. So your name is?
Parker.
Parker. So Parker, how would you feel if somebody came up to you today and pitched to you? Hi, my name is Permjo. I'm a software engineer. I've got love to come and work with you. Can you tell me more about the package that you are offering people like me?
I'm not fully opposed to that.
Okay. How about this? Hi Parker, I've really enjoyed you talking about software engineers. Sounds like a very interesting organisation. You must get a lot of people applying to join you.
I like that a lot better.
But no, there's more. You must get a lot of people applying to join.
Yes.
Great. The people that succeed in your organisation, what do they share in common?
They tend to work hard.
Right.
They are able to have fun while they work, not
Right.
take themselves too seriously.
And in a resume, in an application, how can you look for, how do you spot people who can work hard or people who can have fun as well?
Resumes tend to be two-dimensional.
Right.
It's really important to try to meet with people within the organization to find where you might best fit.
Oh, wow. That's great. So I would love to work for your company. And the reason I asked you that was because I think I'm very hardworking and I do like to have fun. And I just didn't know how I could communicate that in a resume. And what I'm hearing from you is, don't worry about that. You'll assess that when you meet me.
The resume is important to just get your ideas on the paper to help explain your skill set, but we want to make sure you're a really good culture fit as well.
Oh, wow. You know, so now we're having a conversation. Now what are my chances of, if I did send you a resume?
Much better.
Because we've engaged. I didn't pitch to you, I had a conversation.
I'm definitely happy.
Well, if this doesn't work out. but and you can all do that. And think about the poor recruiter from, I don't know, IBM or Walmart or a cool company like yours. No, generally, what you're doing is very interesting in recruiting. You've come from, where did you come from, Parker?
Mississippi.
Mississippi. Okay, so not that big a deal, because had you said you came from somewhere else, I'd be like, wow, they persuaded you to come here. So I've never been to Mississippi, so I do this thing, and I've got to remember I'm in Arkansas. People are so nice here. I've got to remember. You can tell from my accent. I'm kind of from the Simon Cowell school of, so I apologise. But it's great that this company is obviously interesting enough for people to come from away to join. So that's to me very interesting. So. If imagine you meet somebody who's recruiting and everyone is just non-stop pitching to them. Hi, I'm so-and-so and I got a 4.8 or something. Am I doing that? And I'm really good and I really want to work with you and what do I do next? Now you might say, actually that sounds interesting, I like that. But after the 20th, it gets tedious. The people you will remember are the people who had conversations with you because maybe you're thinking, you're going to fix the organisation. Is that a question? No, I was just smiling. Don't smile.
It was an inquisitive smile.
Yeah, I have a question. So we work a lot with with storytelling and business presentations. So can you talk a little bit about whether or not storytelling belongs in the pitch, or if so? Because whenever he was talking about Canopy, how appropriate would it be to tell the story of a refugee, or shortened version? But
it really depends on who you are. And it depends on who the audience is. So, I'm not a good storyteller. Believe it or not, I'm not. I've seen people tell stories, and Sarah, I don't know if Sarah's a fantastic storyteller. And Sarah's background, I don't know if Sarah was head of communications at the Smithsonian. So her job was to get people really excited and engaged in science through the medium of storytelling. So if you want to learn about storytelling, I don't think you'll find a better person in the room than Sarah. I'm much more of a salesperson. And sometimes I resonate with people, sometimes I don't. And it's about finding the audience. So a certain audience do want to be told stories. And storytelling is a gift. And lawyers, a lot of lawyers actually have that gift as well. They can really tell stories. Ramsey Ball, have any of you met Ramsey Ball? Yeah, you've met Ramsey? He can tell stories. He's a great storyteller. I get excited when he's about to tell a story. Because you know it's going to be a great story. It'll be a little joke at the end of them, something. You're like, oh, he tells stories. Good politicians, actually, are great storytellers, very gifted. I don't tell stories, I just okay? So so
yeah,
it depends on who you are. Because the thing that's very important, and one of the comments that I got from the student yesterday was about authenticity, and that she valued the emphasis on authenticity. You're all too young to remember this, but in the 80s, was anybody around in the 80s? Okay, a few people. But I like the way you are. There was this craze to wear character ties. There was this craze that people wear Walt Disney ties. I don't know if any of you remember. And the people who wore these ties, and I hope nobody in this room wore those ties, the people who wore those ties tended to be really dull people. But it was their way of pretending they had personality. Right? And there was a character in the UK comedy show called The Fast Show. There was a character and he would turn up at every party. I'm mad, me! I'm just mad! I'm just so, oh my God, I'm so crazy! And the reality was he wasn't. He was just a very ordinary, dull accountant. But he would always go to every occasion, every team meeting. Oh, the crazy person's just joined the room. Oh, you're going to love this hour. It's going to be a show. And sometimes, what's the point I'm making? There's a point I'm making. There's a point.
Don't try on a style that's not your style.
Yeah, thank you. And the reason that doesn't work is so not authentic. And the reason it doesn't work is you can spot the awkward person pretending to be an extrovert. You can always spot the person who's read the book, charisma, how to get that special magic. The person who smiles, who's learned body language. Hi, how are you? You doing well? Yeah. Have you been on holiday recently? Have you been on holiday recently? No? If you were to go on holiday, where would you go?
I don't know,
Florida.
Florida.
Oh, what a great place, eh?
Now that you mentioned Disney,
See? Oh, power of suggestion. Be careful with the kitchens there. They had to shut their kitchens down in Disneyland. I don't know. Yeah, they had to shut the kitchens. They found a giant mouse. See, that's why I don't do storytelling. But you see that. It was so fake, and you're like, I just want to get away from it. Yeah? So you've got to be authentic. And sometimes when I'm doing sales, and I'm trying to do a really hard pitch, what I do is I actually go over the top. So I'll make it entertaining. Because people love being entertained. As long as they know that's what's, So, and it's about judging the occasion. So when you're selling to a corporate, if you're selling to a Walmart, you would use very different language, you'd use a very different style, you'd wear different clothes. I've actually sold in big corporates, sold to big organisations like PricewaterhouseCoopers. Very different. And I've also sold at market shows, where you're selling toys to kids. And, the classic, you see people coming up, and you see kids with their mothers and their dads, and then you say, oh, you here on a day out with your sister? And the mothers, they know what you're doing. And they love it. They're like, oh. But that gets them smiling, and they might buy this small toy. Now, if you try that in PricewaterhouseCoopers at a meeting, is it bring your kids to work day? I was hoping to see your mum or your dad. Oh my God, it's you! So I'm using the same story, I'm using the same technique, but in one scenario it works. In another scenario, what do you think PwC are thinking? Try that technique with Carol Reeves, Professor Reeves. Try that technique with Professor Reeves. Good luck to you. Oh, I thought I was meeting a professor. I didn't know her daughter was going to be here. How do you think she would react?
She would probably just walk away.
Yeah. She'd say, come back when you've grown up. Yeah? Whereas if you did that in a market store where people are passing by, they would love that. They would love that. Okay? That, I think, fully answers the question about authenticity and storytelling and the occasion. And this is why, the advert you gave us at the end, Charlie?
Yes.
That's why it lacked that. I had nothing to kind of grab onto. Whereas the difference between Parker, when I did the first pitch to you and the second conversation is you had something to latch on. Alright? So let's ask you to go again with your pitch. Use it, learning everything you've learned.
Okay. The overwhelming majority of the cells in our body are not human. They're bacteria and yeasts. And when they become out of balance in our bodies, then we start feeling sick. One way that we can start repopulating the healthy bacteria in our stomachs is by eating fermented foods. Hi, I'm Jasmine, and I'm starting a business called What the Gut. And I'm creating fermentations to help us use food as medicine so we can repopulate the healthy bacteria in our bodies and keep the bad ones at bay. Let me know, and I can do custom ferments for special occasions or specialties for restaurants.
Perfect. Great. Any questions? Any questions?
Is it delicious?
It's delicious.
I couldn't picture what you were talking about. When you said ferment, it wasn't anything tangible. I couldn't picture myself holding it in my hands.
Okay.
Right. If you had a question, what would it be?
Pete?
Yeah.
I guess
What does it taste like?
Great.
Okay.
Do you know, I did that deliberately. There was a technique I used, and I can't believe I've only been using it for about 3 weeks, and it works. I saw somebody do this, and they say, any questions? No. If you did have a question, what would it be? And then you get a great question. That was a great question. That was a really good question. And yet, she was not going to, you weren't going to volunteer that question, were you?
No.
But I asked her, if you did have a question, what would it be? Oh, okay, well, the question was. Brilliant. And the point I'm trying to make there is, when you say, let me know, nobody will. Because they will do if there are any questions, please ask me. So what I'd like you to do is give me your emails, or give me your email address. So everybody who attends today, you're going to get a sample of my product. I'd really like your feedback on what it tastes like. It tastes great. It's like sweet milk. It's like really sweet milk. Is it like Yakult? A Japanese product. So it's going to taste great, and I'm going to get you all a free sample. So just give me your email addresses. So then it's much more specific. Whereas, if there are any questions, please do let me know. It's like, if I can help someone, if you need any help, would you please ask? How many people want to feel that they need help? It's one of the things we always do. Oh, if you need any help, just feel free to ask. Okay? If you need anything, just feel free to ask. Nobody will. As if say, oh, you might find navigating that and that tricky. When you do, or if you do, come talk to me. Far more likely to go. Language is very powerful. How we frame things, very powerful. So I look, yes, Brandon.
So does adding something free give you kind of a leg up on your pitch?
You might not need to. But, she might want to, just to incentivize. She might decide, it depends on her business model, she might decide, actually, the number one thing for me right now is to get samples out there, and to get feedback, in which case she will give samples. Or, she might decide that, actually, what I really want is, I've got some samples I brought with me here today. What I'd really like you to do is try this product. You need to try it, I think, you've got to try it 7 or 8 times before it starts making a real difference to your bacteria. So if you're actually going to a place like India, for example, what they recommend is, so in India you often get diarrhea and stuff, and diarrhea is actually caused, people take diarrhea tablets and they take it too late. What you're really supposed to do, because the diarrhea is caused by the bacteria in your gut being really out of whack, so what they recommend is you take a probiotic drink, or probiotic tablets, or something like what you do, a week to 8 days before you go to India. That's far more effective. So you won't notice the difference. And again, what you want to do is you want to manage people's expectations. So you won't notice the difference straight away. But if you take this for 8-9 days, you will really notice a difference in your overall well-being. So you're managing expectations. Whereas if you tell people straight away, you'll have the product once, and I promise you, you can all do a marathon in a record amount of time. Good. Any other questions?
Just with the pitch, I really like the beginning of it, and you're very upbeat. And then whenever you introduce yourself, it kind of changed the pace. And so just like that little bit of time between that, I would just say that I felt a little different. It was like, okay, here's our pitch, and now, hey, what's up? It kind of like transitioned differently.
That's a really, thank you. Your name is?
My name is, excuse me, it's, sorry.
I can ask you an easier question.
Yes, it's Destiny, sorry.
Destiny.
Yeah.
The word, how appropriate your name is Destiny.
Yes.
It was Destiny. Destiny, that's a really good question. And sometimes the analogy I use is, it doesn't really work in North America using this analogy, but because you will drive automatic cars.
Do not. I drive a 5-speed cross track.
Oh, good. Right. So you'll get this. It's like, great drivers. They change gears, and you don't notice. Whereas when somebody's not that great a driver, they're changing gears, you hear it. That's kind of what happened, wasn't it, Destiny? There was a change of gear, and we heard the change of gear. So but that will come with practice, though. So you just practice, and it just becomes, And it wouldn't be, hi, my name is. It just says, I've been involved with this. My name is, and I've been involved with this business for 7 years, and I'm driven by a purpose to really try and help people, not get stomach upset as often as whatever the picture is. All right? Does anybody want to have a go at doing their pitch again? Parker, go for it.
My name's Parker. I just moved here a few months ago, and I love it here because I'm working for...
Stop. So, every 30 seconds, Parker, every 30 seconds you're going to lose half the audience.
Okay.
So what is the most important thing for you to get out in the first 30 seconds? So if you think about what this lady, say your name was?
Jasmine.
Jasmine. How could I forget Jasmine? Jasmine, because I was thinking jasmine food, fortified rice, fortified. So that's how my mind works, right? But Jasmine's talk straight away, I really like what Jasmine said. If we learn nothing else, if we switched off after 30 seconds, we'd know something about our stomach bacteria, upset. Wow. So that's the only thing. If we only listen for 30 seconds, we remember. What is the only thing you want us to remember?
I'm working for the coolest startup in the area.
Okay.
The coolest. I use coolest.
Yeah. Do you want to still So no, let's just have a conversation for it. Don't do the pitch. What is in 30 seconds? What is the one thing you want everybody to remember?
So,
and the other rules about pitching. 2 words you must never use, ever use, ever when pitching are the words so and basically. And people use it all the time, don't they? And they combine them. So basically, and what that says is, Sarah, I know you're not going to understand this if I gave you the full version. So let me break it down for you, make it really simple. So basically. So don't use the word so and don't use basically.
Okay. You're looking for a great place to work when you graduate.
We're assuming that they are.
Okay.
How about if you are looking for a great place to work?
If
yeah, it just comes across as you come across as humble.
Fair.
People like to work for people who are humble.
Yes. If you're looking for a place to work after you graduate where you will actually look forward to coming in every day, then you should check out SupplyPike, where I work. It's a software company.
We could do more than that. We can do more than that. Why would they look forward to working there? Why?
The people I work with are awesome.
Okay. And why?
Is awesome another word like cool?
No, awesome's okay. I use the word awesome a lot.
Okay.
That's okay. That's okay. But why? Why would I want to work there? People are awesome. What else?
I'm valued. We have a lot of autonomy. We are very results oriented.
You need to get that's great stuff. That's beautiful stuff.
Okay.
That's got to come out in the first 8 seconds.
Okay.
If you're looking for a job in a place where you are valued, where you have autonomy, where it's about what you achieve, not the hours you work. If you want to work in a startup based here in one of the best places in North America, come and talk to me. My name is Parker. I'm with this great company called SupplyPike, and we're looking for people with, most importantly, the right attitude. Secondly, if you've got software engineering skills and sales skills, really want to talk to you. Thank you. Okay. That sounds, you're hitting the buttons. Because if you just say it's an awesome place to work, it might well be, but I don't know what awesome means. It's a cool place to work. I don't know what that means. Whereas if you want to work where you're valued, how many people does that hit home? Where you have autonomy. Yeah, and have pauses. Pauses are very powerful in pitches. People sometimes say, I've got 30 seconds, I'm going to quickly use 30 seconds. But if you're looking for a great place to work, where you are valued, where you have autonomy, where the focus is on results, not the hours worked. So the pause is not there. Great. Do you want to have the code?
Sure. Thank you for helping to. Okay. So, if you're looking for
one word.
I did it again. I'm going to work on that. If you are looking for a place to work after you graduate where you are going to feel valued, where you're going to have fun, where you're going to work with people you actually want to work with, you should come talk to me after this talk. My name's Parker. I'm working for a company called SupplyPike here in Fayetteville, and we are looking for engineers, specifically software engineers and salespeople, to help us grow a company that we think could be really big, really quick.
And yeah, brilliant, love it, really good. Only small change I'd make is before you say software engineers, say most importantly people with the right attitude.
Okay.
Because when you say I'm looking for software engineers, you sound like you're haggling in the market. Software engineers going, any software engineers, 1, 2. Good. Did you have a comment or are you a software engineer?
I was looking.
Software engineer. That's great. Software engineer, one going once, going to. Whereas if you say, most importantly, it's the right attitude. It would also help if you're a software engineer or something. Because people want to work where they think, oh yeah, I want to work in a place where the attitude is right, not just skills, but attitude is right. Good. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Software engineer, did you have any questions?
Oh, no.
No? So, what's this? Anybody know what that is? No, that's an engineer. here. What's this? Excuse me. Oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you. Civil engineer. And that's why I don't do comedy.
How long should pitches be?
Depends on the occasion. No more than. It depends what you want. If you want a second meeting, 30 seconds, 45 seconds. If it's a proper structured business pitch and somebody says you have 5 minutes, take 4.5 minutes, 5 minutes. But then you have to cover different. Think about what the audience wants to hear. What you're all trying to do is just get people excited. And if the shorter the shorter your pitch, the more engaged people are. Because the response you want from your pitch is people coming up to you.
So if you're in an environment where you don't necessarily know your audience, it's not like where you like know that you're going to this company, you can research their culture and their background. It's just a wide variety of participants, and you kind of want to get a feel for like who exactly and how to tailor your pitch to that audience. Is there any way to do that?
Yeah.
If you like during your pitch, or like how does that?
Okay, so give me an example. Would you be invited to deliver a pitch?
So for example, I mean, when they have all their like pitch contests for different startups or something like that, where you don't necessarily know your audience, but you know that there's some people who might be interested in a facet of your company. You don't know which facet to like really, make the most prominent.
People talk about networking in a room. And there are some people who are great at working in the room. They're just great. Hey, how you doing? Really good to see you. Saw you last week, didn't I? Great. And then, oh, Florida. You want to go to Florida? Disneyland. Did you go? No, great. Okay. Sarah, how's and you see these people, and they're working in the room, and you're like, wow. And then you speak to them a week later, so, right, you went to that networking. I saw you working in the room. You're amazing. What did you get out of it? Oh, nothing. I just, really enjoyed it. I just love people. I'm crazy, me. I'm just crazy. I just love people. Or you might meet somebody who spends all day, or all the networking, the entire networking, just on one person. Hi, how you doing?
How am I supposed to? Hi.
What would you normally do?
I'm sorry?
What do you normally do? What do you do? You shoot?
Yes, sir.
What do you study?
Computer science.
Oh, wow. What do you want to do when you finish?
Just gonna be a code monkey for a little bit, see what happens.
Is there a good demand for code monkeys here in Arkansas?
Yeah, it's not too bad with Walmart and JB Hunt and a bunch of companies like that local.
Is that where you want to work, or do you want to work on the side?
Hoping to end up Facebook, Google, somewhere like that.
Oh, really? Wow. Are there many people you know who work there, or how did you get into Facebook? I imagine it's quite competitive.
I've gotten a few interviews so far. I've bombed every coding interview, but I'm getting there.
Oh, good. But do you know why you bombed them?
Just wasn't prepared for them.
Oh, right. So next time you know what to do.
Yes, sir.
So we've actually had a meaningful conversation. Right. I've had 5 or 6 superficial conversations. I've had one real conversation. Because I've actually learned something about you, haven't I? And now, we know that if we know anybody at Facebook, and the guy's very humble, the guy volunteered that he didn't do too many interviews, but he knows why. So he's demonstrating coachability, adaptability, and learning and responding to the external environment. So as long as he's demonstrating skills to me, I'm like, hey, this is cool. I like this guy. So I might have spent the entire networking event meeting just one person, but it was a meaningful interaction. So back to your question, the relationship between what I just did and your question is, it actually doesn't matter how many people put their hands up at the end of the presentation. You might only want one person in the room. So I have all these rules for pitching, and these are good guidelines. But there's one guy I always remember his name, Ed McCarthy. He was pitching at an angel investor. So loads of angel investors in the room. And these events are like once every month in London, once a month. And there were something like 12 pitches. So 12 people come on stage, pitch for about 5 minutes each. He was like the 9th or 10th person to come on. So he comes on, everyone's doing the world has many problems, or we can do this, and everyone's doing pitch, and I really want you to invest in it, it's going to be great, it's going to take over the world. He comes up and he just says, can I ask everybody to stand up? Everybody does stand up. So, if you're here with a startup, or you're here supporting a friend of yours who's a startup, could you please sit down? If you're here as a sponsor, thank you very much. These events would not be possible without your sponsorship. Would you mind taking the seat? If you haven't invested in a startup in the last 12 months, would you mind taking the seat? If you don't like the idea of investing in a digital startup, which makes its money through advertising. Would you please take a seat? 5 people are left standing. He said, hi, I really need to talk to the 5 of you. My name is Enda McCarthy, and my business helps connect you with the audience that you want to speak to. I'd love to buy you a drink afterwards. Thank you. Hey, breaks all the rules. But he got to the 5 people. And then what happened was, as you'd expect, there's a lineup of people who said, you're so cool, I want to invest. I want to give these 5 people chance of first refusal. If they all say no, then I might take your money. Very powerful. Yeah?
This is kind of but we're graphic design students, and we work a lot with like clients who come and ask us for something, and then we create a design, and we have to pitch that. So we were wondering if you have like any suggestions to when you're pitching to someone who comes to you first.
Yeah. So what I do, whenever I'm selling myself, and I sell myself as a consultant, and the problem with selling, we're in the same business in a way, that it's too late when you don't like the work I've done, because you've paid me, we're signed a contract. Right? So we're in that kind of business that if you don't like what I've done, you still got to pay me. And so what I always do is I, at the beginning, say, so let me just be clear. Sarah, I was to work for you and do this project. What would success look like? And then really write down word for word what she says. Every word. We often go wrong when we start thinking, and men do this. Men are really bad at doing this with women. Men assume what the woman said was this. No. You write down exactly what was said in her words. Because again, like family, different words mean different things to different people. Great example you see in the gyms. You go to a personal trainer, you say, I really want to tone. And what a lot of personal trainers think they heard you say was you want to bulk up. Toning and bulking up are 2 very different things, but personal trainers think it's the same thing. And you see that disconnect all the time. And then say, right, so success would look like. And then when they come back, you say, so you gave us a very clear brief, thank you very much. You said what you wanted. You said what you needed to the design needs to incorporate. You also said, and then you're establishing then, it's a psychology thing, you're establishing then that, oh my God, you understand me. Yes, you understood the brief. Using that brief, what we've designed for you is this. Now they just said yes. They don't want to say, oh no. And if they do say no, what you want is the conversation to be around which bits of the yeses did we not get right. Fine.
When you're in a room full of new people, what's the best question you can ask to break the ice and get somebody to open up?
Do you like polar bears? Do you like polar bears?
Sure. Yeah.
They're good for breaking the ice. They're good for breaking the ice.
Most people ask, what do you do? And that seems boring and doesn't really get a good answer.
And also I find when people ask you what you do, often people don't listen. I've actually been to an event with a friend of mine who doesn't take it seriously. And whenever somebody asks him what you do, he said, well, by day I do this, and by night I fight crime. And it's really interesting. Nobody hears him say, and at night time I fight crime. Because he says something like, I'm a management certified accountant, and then you can see people stop listening. But at night I fight crime. Oh, great. Have you always wanted to do that? Oh, yeah, when you catch bad people. Oh, you catch bad people through your accounting? No, through, when we're a cape. And it's true. It's true. People just don't listen. People's listening is really bad, and what people often, when they're meeting you, what they're doing is they ask you a question. Oh, so you 2 work together? What do you do? What's your name? See, I'm not actually listening now. What I'm doing, which is what people do all the time, is I'm thinking about the next question I want to ask her. I'm not interested in what she says. I'm going to pretend to be interested. Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. But I'm not listening. I'm thinking of the next question. So the best thing you can do if you want to have a conversation is have a conversation. You're not interested in what they do. What do you want to do? What? You're at this event. So you've come to this pitch training. What would make this event a good event for you? How more fun?
Walking away as a better pitch person.
And do you think you've achieved?
Absolutely.
Having a real conversation. And I get my ego stroked as well. Douglas, any questions?
one question, but I think I'd ask it at the end.
You can ask it now.
I was just curious about your personal story and how you came about to doing this.
Oh. Very funny, Douglas. Very funny. I was asked the same question on Sunday.
Sunday, yeah.
And I reacted really badly to be asked that question. The way you ask that question, it's weird, isn't it? I don't feel that. I feel that's a really good question. I feel you're genuinely interested. The person who asked me that question on Sunday, I felt, was saying, who are you to teach me this stuff? But the way you asked me was like, oh, I'm actually interested. How did you get... I'm interested in your journey. So thank you. You can Google me. No.
Probably already did.
Yes. European dating laws. Yeah, it's all been scrubbed. Sometimes you have to remember which culture you're in. The English sense of humour is extraordinarily different, as you discovered when you were in Cape Breton. Because I arranged some things in Cape Breton, and I had some friends over there. Sarah was there, and I had some friends from England who know me very well, very well. And they said, "I'm really surprised you're able to arrange this. I mean, you couldn't stay in 2 arranged marriages." And everyone else was like, all the Canadians were like, "You can't say that." And I was just roaring with laughter. It's just the English sense of humour. There was a friend of mine, Nimesh, who's been here, Nimesh Patel. He was speaking once, and I said, "Do you know who should sponsor your talks? Rolex. You know the watches, Rolex." And he goes, "Why? Mate, every time you were speaking, people are looking at me." So, anyway, so to answer your question, and that's true, people are like that. So I just have to, sometimes when I pause, I think, don't do it. So, salesperson. So I've been a salesperson all my life, sold all kinds of things, and then accidentally got into investing in companies, and then found that I really enjoyed working with companies, and then found that a lot of companies were pitching to me, and the pitches were great, and I would just say, "Oh, try this," and then I found that seemed to resonate, and then the rest is history. Quite straightforward. Thank you.
Can you speak to nonverbal communication? Kind of how you need to handle yourself? And
What do you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm listening. You'll figure it out. Because the other thing, not talking about ties, people have been on body language courses. You know, it's just when they deliberately start doing the mirroring, you know, and you see that they're doing it. And all those techniques work, but don't do that technique unless you're, at least 35. And no, seriously, because it just looks. Don't worry about it. Seriously, just let the body flow, with the message. Sometimes people learn the wrong things. I think what's really important is getting the content right. The non-verbal communication is important.
So, if you don't want to waste a first impression, how do you develop your style without being able to practice?
Yeah. Same question. You got the same question?
Practice with friends. Use friends to pitch.
Oh, it's always difficult because your friends know who you are.
Yeah, it's true.
And you're a lot scarier.
Forget the stuff I wanted to say.
It's actually weird. I am very nervous talking in front of my friends. If there were people who knew me in this room, I'd be nervous. Luckily, there's only a couple of people who knew me. If there were loads of people who knew me in this room, I would be like. But I can speak to, I can speak to thousands of people and be really confident. But get me in front of people who know me, I'm like. So the AE is so it's difficult with in front of friends. How do you develop your style? I don't know. I just feel free. I allow myself to be free, and then I don't think about what my body is doing when I'm talking. I just like to be free. I think at the beginning, but that's because I'm 48. I've been doing this for a long time, so I developed this art. I think at the beginning I was probably a little bit more awkward, and I just think it's one of those things you learn with time. And I just think practice in situations, go to situations where you don't feel people know you. And the other thing, you should watch and observe other people. But adopt a style that is authentic. Adopt a style that works for you. Adopt a style that works for you.
Can Can I add one thing to that? Most important advice I ever got on that front is don't beat yourself up when it doesn't go well. And you won't feel as nervous the next time. So this is a variation on practice, but it's really important when it doesn't go well, don't go home and be like, oh God, I shouldn't have said so, and I shouldn't have done this and that. Just don't do that. Be like, I got out there, I did it. It's over.
To be successful in life, I mean, I know we didn't come here for this, but to be successful in life, I think you've got to really, and this sounds very out there, you've really got to develop a good relationship with yourself. Because I'm very positive and energetic and optimistic. I'm very optimistic, always laughing, always looking for the bright side. But you've got to be kind to yourself. You really do, because the world can be incredibly difficult. Life can be tough, and loads of people are going through all kinds of crap that we have no idea. And we take so many things for granted. Life can be really... There are how many thousand people in Northwest Arkansas with food insecurity?
1 in every 4 families.
1 in every 4 families where we live now, right now, in the home of the world's largest food retailer, don't know where their next meal is coming from. 1 in 4. You will meet these families. You will not know, but 1 in 4. There are, 5,113 children in Northwest Arkansas looking to be adopted. They don't have the gift of love that all of us hopefully have from the family. In Northwest Arkansas. So life can be really, really tough, and we have no idea what other people are going through. So it's really important that you are kind to yourself. And by kind to yourself, it's not just that you don't beat yourself up, but you're kind to yourself. And that people always misinterpret being kind to yourself as being an egotistical trap. And the two things are very different. They're on spectrums. Being kind to yourself doesn't mean saying, I'm awesome, I'm brilliant, I'm going to take the world by storm. No. Being kind to yourself means, I'm okay, I like who I am. I enjoy my own company. It's okay. That's very important, and you should really positively affirm that every day, that I'm okay. Very important that you do that. Because life is brilliant. It also can be very tough at times. Any other questions, any other comments?
I'm just curious what led you to Arkansas.
I was in Winnipeg doing a business plan competition. So I always wanted to come to Arkansas, always. Since 1992, Bill Clinton, I was really, I was in England, I led a very sheltered life. And I posted Bill Clinton as a kid. Weird. That was back then. And I always wanted to come to Arkansas. When I was in Winnipeg, I found out that there was a company, and there was a team there from Arkansas. So then I just mingled with their network, and Dr. Reed, she liked what I did, and she said, hey, will you come to Arkansas? That was in 2011. The rest is history. And one of the things you've got to do is you've got to ask for things. People don't ask for things. It's incredible. People just expect things to happen. I said this yesterday. Good things come to those who wait, but only the things that the hustlers leave behind. So you've got to be a hustler. You've got to ask for things. And you will often get things if you ask. If you don't ask, how many times have people heard? You must have, you're all very young, but you must have already heard. I didn't know you were. Oh, I didn't know. If you'd asked me, I could have done that for you.
What should we ask you?
Oh, I think you already have.
You said you're an angel investor, so you invest in tech companies, I assume?
I used to, yeah.
And so, what trends do you see in the tech industry? Because it feels like almost everything's been invented. Where is the space, and where do you think it's heading?
I don't know. And what I tend to do is when I invest in people, I know what I don't know. So when I invest in technology, I normally talk to people who I think are far smarter than me. So sometimes I invest in healthcare companies. But I know I don't know enough about healthcare, whereas Sarah's brother, Calvin, is a bit of an expert in investing in healthcare companies, and he's got a very good track record. So I will let him find companies and tell me why he thinks it's interesting. And one of the lessons I learned early on in life was know what you don't know, and it's okay to not know. So I was about to buy a property in London. It was the most expensive thing I'd ever bought in my life. And I was like, wow, this is a lot of money. It was really, really good. It was a London bridge. It looked fab, but I had no idea. And I phoned up a friend of mine who happens to be a self-made billionaire, very wealthy, and he made all of his money in property. So I phoned him up. I said, listen, please, I need some advice. I'm about to buy this property. Should I? He goes, where is it? I said, in London. Oh, whereabouts? Oh, London Bridge. Is it north or south of the river? I said, it's south. Oh, I don't know. So he knew that if I had bought north of the river, and the river isn't big, the river is just, it's a very short river, it's a very small river. But he was an expert at everything north of the river, but knew he didn't know enough. Whereas when you go into, if you catch a taxi in London, the cab driver will have opinions of all kinds of investments you should be making. Right? Because they don't want to admit they don't know anything. Whereas this guy who has made fortune from property knew he didn't understand South River, so I didn't want to give him advice. So I'm very comfortable saying, I don't know, but I know people who do. So it's not about knowing everything, but about, great thing about networking and building a network at university is you build up friends that you think, wow, your field is totally different. So we now know a code monkey, right? Is that an actual thing, code monkey? Is that? I've never heard of it. Or is that your thing?
It's a term that's used sometimes, but it's just programmers basically.
Okay, programmers. So we now all know a programmer who might end up at Facebook, Google, etc. So it's really nice to now, 10 years, 15 years from now, like, oh yeah, do you remember we used to, do I know him? We used to go way back. But build up a network of people who will help you later on in life. We know graphic design is. We're going to do some awesome, cool stuff once it means it's All right. So I think that's probably enough for today. So unless any other closing questions, any last comments? No? Everybody's good?
Are you available to consult and help develop a pitch?
Through the university. I leave tomorrow, but when I'm back in January. Well, hopefully I'll